What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well as I sit down to get this daily trade recap out of the way. Today was an okay day, other than the fact that I tried to turn what was a bad trade into a good trade. And in the process, I ended up paying for it. Then I came back, I sat down, I jumped right back into that same contract because it was red, and I tried to make it green, and I paid some more stupid tax. Anytime I take a trade that is just boneheaded, that is stupid tax. And I paid some more of it on this trade. Let's go ahead and bring up the P&L for the day. Reviewing trades for January 26th. Looks like we took 6 trades today. 4 green, 2 red. And one of those red ones was a pretty good size red one on one single contract too. I'm looking at that. If I'm gonna lose that much money, it need to be on like minimum 3 contracts, but hopefully like 6. So I'm only losing $10 off each contract. Lost $63 on one contract. Then I came back and, like I said, that other $30 trade, that was on the same contract. We do see that I had 2 on there, so that was like losing $17 per contract. But that is what we did today. Made $58 in the wash, $15 commissions, ended up putting $42 in the bank account. It's not totally true. We actually put more than that in the account. So before we bring up the charts, I'm gonna bring up Thinkorswim, or not Thinkorswim, I'm gonna bring up TRADERVUE. So this is what we actually did on the day. $246 is what went in the account. If you come down and look at this trade here on the SPY, if you remember yesterday, I stated that I had bought a couple of calls to hold overnight. Held those overnight, and I got out of them first thing this morning. And here you can look and see where I bought those. So yesterday I bought the first one at 2 o'clock. This is all based on what I was seeing on the weekly chart and how the daily was establishing. So I bought one there, and as the market came closer to close, I bought another one right there. We see before market closed, it kind of pulled back, and then shebang-a-bang. What I wanted to see this morning. Nice gap up. We get out of the first contract in the first candle, try to hold on to it a little while longer, and we get out the second contract. And then if you come over to the 5, you see that the SPY pulled back pretty heftily. And this doesn't show you the rest of today, but the SPY is back up around this area. And guess what I did? I grabbed 2 more contracts on the way out the door today. Those were up about 25%. When the market closed. I'm anticipating that it's going to gap up maybe a little bit more tomorrow, but those contracts I bought out to March because I bought them with a bigger picture. They were up like $50 as market was closing, and I was so tempted to go ahead and lock that $50 in, but I said, let's look at the bigger picture. Let's see if our thesis might play out. So that is what we actually did today. But let's go ahead. Let's bring up the chart. If you notice, I didn't take any trades on the SPY today because when the SPY opened, I want to be trading channels. And this is how my chart's going to probably be looking from here on out. Looking up here at the 5-minute chart. And I'm going to blow this one up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to blow it all the way up. Let's maximize it. You see these channels pretty much going all over the place. And it's because of how I read the chart now. Soon as I get a pivot low, I'm dropping a trend line, and then I'm drawing the channel out. You see, we had a channel right here. Most of these channels were drawn off of either the 1 minute or the 2 minute chart. So that's why they kind of look straight up on the 5 minute charts. But look at how, even when this thing went and did something totally different out of this channel, it came back in this channel and it would use it. Same thing on this uptrend channel. Notice over here, it's using it again. And then we finally get another channel. And like I said, the SPY actually finished higher than it did when it opened this morning. Kind of pulling back right now. That's fine. It's in a pretty good place on the weekly that I was willing to take 2 more contracts, same way I did yesterday. The ones I bought yesterday, I paid $50 a contract, and I bought 2 of them. And those contracts were up $200 today. So I was at 200% on my money on those contracts. So these that I bought today paid a little bit more because they're going out a little bit further. They're going out a little bit further. But let's go ahead and let's get to reviewing these trades. You saw I traded NVDA and I traded Tesla today. NVDA, let's look at this one first. And let's switch over to 2023. Like I stated, I'm trying to redraw all of my charts with 2023. Put new lines on everything. Let's go ahead. Let's bring up NVDA's contract. And let's look and see where we were getting in at. So getting in on this candle very late, but just looking at the, let's blow this up. Looking at the option chart, this was a perfect buy setup. Just got in a little late right there, and I got out quite a bit, either late or early, because this thing actually had a high of 175. That's $35 per contract. Should have made 70, or had the potential to make $70. We made 30. So still not bad. But let's come over here and take a look on the actual candles. And these were calls. And look, get that same buy setup. And that's what I was buying this on, was this buy setup. Made this move, nice pullback, just about 50% retracement to the VWAP. So kind of got in a little late. And if this was a real trade, this maybe gave 1 R, just looking at it. It had a $1.25 stop. So would have needed 201.75 for 1 R. This went 201.66. So just shy of 1 R had it been a actual regular trade. Let's switch this over. So yeah, I would have been wanting to get in like right there, but chased it based on what the actual option chart is showing me. And then again, trying to get it out, but once I saw that this was kind of rolling over, and look, high of day was the next candle. High of day was the next candle. So that was a good exit. That was a good exit. But let's bring up the stock of the day, the one that we traded the most on. And when we took these first trades this morning, this is where we should have left it. And Tesla's going to look just like the SPY did. Look at all of these lines. Look at all of these trend lines. But they all mean something, and they're important. Like I say, when you come down and look at the 1 minute, Look at how that thing just traded in there. And then what I'll do, once it broke this downtrend and I got this pivot high, I dropped a line right here, just in here. I didn't even draw it as a channel. I didn't extend it to the right. I just put it right there. And I say, if this doesn't come back down and break it, now I'm gonna wait on the next pivot high up here. Then I drew it as a channel and I extended it to the right. Came up, didn't really give any opportunities. It broke back out, came back, retested, and now we're just trading along this price level line. But let's look and see where we were getting in these at. And these were puts, just so you know. These are puts, so trading them to go low. I'm going to drop that one there, and I'm going to come here and just see where I was getting in at. Wow. Got in at the very top of that candle. Very top. So this was pretty much a good drop. Again, I dropped this line because of this pivot, but it broke it. It broke it. And when it broke it, that's when I got in. But getting in extremely late. When did we get out of this one? First one we get out in this contract, and I'm going to come up here and just mark them on here so I can somewhat get an idea of where we were getting out on candles. So right there, not bad. And again, I always state this. When I try to scale out, I end up losing. So I got out of this one at 370. I got out of this one and I lost $5. So getting out most likely down near that bottom area. And then here, getting out right here. We do see that this pivoted back up and then just kept on lower. Man, left quite a bit of money on the table. Look at that. It's like, what is that? $125 more per contract. But getting in late right here. Now, had I got in up here, I could have brought my stop to here on this pivot and then rode it back down. That could have been possible. But lately, I've just been thinking of trading from here to here. So that's why you see me getting out where I did. Here to here. And then wait on this move back up. And then I can get in here again and ride this back down. That was the move there, though. Look at that bad boy. That's pretty. But that was the first one. Let's look at the second trade where we got in at. Again, I want to drop it on here just to kind of see. Again, late. Where did we get out? 380. Man. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Come on. Let's see. Yep, got out of both of them at 380. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So this one here, getting in fairly late, so probably getting in down there, not maximizing the trade. And then got out of these somewhere up in here. Again, not maximizing what the chart is showing. Because again, when this came back up here, I actually could have got in right here. And then I could somewhat see getting out right here as it's coming to this area. But yeah, we left quite a bit of money. And I think that was it for that contract. Made $97 though. So I could be a little frustrated at myself. And then at the same time, I could say, dude, you made 97 bucks in, what's that, 942 to 953. So 10 minutes. 10 minutes made 97 bucks. It's not bad. 7% on the money that we used. All right, let's take a look at this other one that we traded. This was one contract, and then I'm going to take a look at the one that blazed us. So this one here was a call play. Got in. Again, I want to kind of see where I'm getting in on this candle. This is a nice looking 3-bar play on the option chart. Again, Why do we always get in at the very top of these candles? And where did we get out? And then we get out. That one's about midway. As you can see, made $10 on this particular trade, one contract. Let's look and see. So on a call, I remember this trade, y'all. I remember this trade. And this is why I got out like I did, because I kind of knew that was a bad trade. Let's drop the arrows on there. There we go. So let's look at this thing, man. So this gets out of the channel right here. But we already have our channel established from this higher low. So anything over here is good, moving high. Look at this. We have the upper channel established. So I'm going to delete this real quick just so you can kind of see how I would have drew this. And it's not hindsight. It's actually, so that's how I draw that right there. Real time. Stock is moving. When this breaks out of the channel and starts doing that, I'll take this, right click, redraw as a channel. I'm going to use this candle here as the upper part of that channel. And then I'm going to just extend it to the right. You see how easy that is? So now I know if this comes out of this, it's got room back up to VWAP. But what I did was I took this as it held VWAP, but it didn't have no room. It had very little room to go higher. So that there made this a bad trade. Only way that this goes higher is if it breaks out of this channel. So bad decision because it didn't have much room. Basically had $10 worth of room, and that's what we made. Came back, retested VWAP, held, went a little higher, and then just chopped along, failed the channel. You get the retest and then back down. So yeah, this one was not really a good trade. So it was good to get out of that making a little bit of money. All right, let's look at these ones that just blazed us. These were bad trades all the way around. Again, let's drop them on here. Why every time I'm buying, it's at the top? And then this one, actually, this one was a good, let's see. I think I got one before this though. Let's look and see. Nah, so this was a green. Oh, you big dummy. Why didn't y'all tell me I was marking this off of the high, y'all? I'm like, I don't remember taking a good trade on this, period. This first one I got blazed on. And I didn't get out when I should have. So let's take a look at it and let's see. This is a put. So y'all already looking and seeing that this was not going to be good. And I remember where I got in at on this one too. It's getting in right below that line. So this is the put after I already took this one and got out too soon. Why not this candle or this arrow be the arrow for this move? But I get out right here, or not get out, I get in. Again, I'm buying at the base to go lower. Why do that? Why put yourself in that predicament? This comes down, stops right here. Again, you're at the bottom. Take that little bit of profit. That was $30. I was up $30 right there. And you at the base of the channel. It's not going no lower, dude. It got to go back higher. It's exactly what it does. I sit through this pull. It gives me another opportunity to get out right here, making a little money as it is setting a higher low. It's establishing that pivot. Nope. I stay in it and I ride this thing through the breakout and I get out right there, conceding defeat. Opportunity here to get out and make money. Opportunity here to get out and make money. Opportunity here to just take the stop to break even and say, okay, you was wrong. No, I don't do that. I let this thing get out of the channel and I lose $63. Not very bright. Come over and look at these last two. I took these, came, sat down for lunch, looked at the charts, and I took these two trades. Because I was green, or because I was red on this one. Now, this first one was a good trade. First one was a good trade. Getting in right there. Remember, these are puts. 98 though. Look, this is like becoming a conspiracy. Why am I getting in at the top of every one of these candles? I get out of this one at 107. So I get in at the top of the candles and I get out at the bottom of the candles too frequently. So let's see where we got out on this one. Like I said, this was a good trade. This was an excellent trade. 2 contracts, and I made $18 off of it. But this was a good trade. Getting in as it is basing, playing the pullback. I had put this line in the middle so that I know that it's going to act as a little bit of support to try to push it back high. It tries, it doesn't, it comes down, it breaks out of the channel, makes this move down. I get out as it's pulling back up to VWAP. Good trade. So we were down 63. We made 18. I think at the most I was up about $40 on this trade. The high was 122. Yeah, I was up about 46 bucks or so on this trade down here. So I got out for less than half of it. Probably could have managed that a little bit better. But then I go and I take this boneheaded trade. This was just a stupid trade, y'all. Get in right here on this candle, expecting this to fail VWAP and come back down lower. Boneheaded, boneheaded. Watch this though. This is the beauty about these trend lines, man. This is crazy. I come here and draw that off of that base, where it based at right there. Let's extend it and see what it looks like. It's going to use that as support. It's going to use it as support and push it up. We needed to get back down below it. But you see how easy that was for me to do that? Come off of this pivot, put a line right there, extend it to the right. Look at what it does. It uses that as support to go higher. I'm buying right into it. And I lost $34. Where do we get out on this thing at? Get out as it's coming back up, crossing VWAP. Get out as it's coming back up, crossing VWAP. Not very bright, young man. Not very bright. The thing is, I can see it and I can learn from it. And I just need to stay smarter. I need to stay smarter. But on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. Doggone it. We had 25 minutes again. If you stayed around this long, please, please, please hit that like button, because I definitely thank you. Thank you. You are one of the real ones if you stayed around and watched this to the end. If you're not subscribed and this is your first time checking me out, please think about subscribing. Please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. What you think about these trend lines? Do you use them in your trading if you trade? And if not, why not? For me, they seem to work pretty doggone good. They seem to work pretty good. But on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. we're going to see if we can finish the week out strong. See if we can finish it without making any boneheaded trades. I don't mind taking bad trades, or not bad trades. I don't mind taking losing trades. But I do mind taking bad trades. So I'm going to try to work on that tomorrow. On that note, I'm going to wrap this up. We'll see you then. Peace.